days, very auspicious day, Ekadashi Titi, and also Disappearance Day of two Vaishnavas, personal associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. First, about Ekadashi, you know, Haribasar means the day which is most dear to Krishna. If someone will do devotional service on this day, then he will get million times more benefit than on any other day. It is stated in Shastra. What is the meaning of benefit? It means devotional benefit. In Srimad Bhagavatam, that example is given as if one with each bite of food, each morsel of food, he gets three effects. One is removal of hunger, nourishment, and satisfaction. Removal of pain of hunger. These three effects at the same time with each morsel. If you eat half, then half benefit. If you eat full, you will get full benefit. Like that, Bhagavatam says, if one performs devotion to Krishna, then three effects will simultaneously come. One will increase his devotion to Krishna. One will get a realization of Krishna, and that means Namarup Gun Lila, and Virakti. He will get detachment from non-eternal things and non-eternal desires he will get. So if someone is doing so much bhajan, but we don't see these effects, it means he's not doing real bhajan. There is some defect in his surrender that you have to see, but that is topic for another time. So you also know today is Saphala Ekadashi. You will find in Ekadashi Mahatmya, there is always some story given from Shastra that what happened, then someone did something or some sin or he wants something, then they will prescribe to follow this Ekadashi, then it will be okay. But that is the karma kan section of Shastra, which is not followed by devotees. That is why Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Srila Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, nor Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, nor any of his Prabhupada's Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati disciples published Ekadashi Mahatmya book. No one, because that is not meant for devotees. That is meant for those people who are attracted by non-eternal things so that they can be attracted to follow Ekadashi for gradual development of their consciousness. But those who already accepted devotion, eternal devotion to Supreme Lord, for them, observing fasting on Ekadashi is one limb of their devotional practice. Rupa Goswami wrote in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 64 kinds of devotional forms, and first 10 are prescriptions, most important, then the second 10 are what is not to be done. So you will find in the first 10, those who are most important, following of Ekadashi. Also, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ordered to Sanatana Goswami to write Vaishnava Smriti, how devotees should practice. So he wrote Hari Bhakti Vilas. In Hari Bhakti Vilas you will find that verse, Upavritete Papebhyo, that I don't know Sanskrit, but the meaning is, on Ekadashi day, one has to give up all kinds of enjoyments and also all kinds of sinful activities. There are so many sins mentioned in Shastra. You will find in one commentary by Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur. He listed so many sins, which are the sins. I think in relation to Jagai Madai, there's so many sins mentioned there. So all kinds of sins one has to give up on Ekadashi, and with all good qualities, one has to do upavas. With all good qualities means, in Bhagavatam, I think Prahlad Maharaj said, or in relation to Prahlad Maharaj, that one who has devotion to Supreme Lord, he has all good qualities. Others may externally have some good qualities, but they are like, if they are non-devotees, they are like ornaments on a dead body, means they have no value. Devotee serves Krishna. By serving Krishna, he actually serves all. So there is no fault in him. Everything good he is doing for himself, for everyone. But one who is non-devotee, he may be truthful, he may so many things. It's all useless because like ornaments on a dead body, no value. So with all good qualities means with devotion, one has to do upavas. Upavas has two meanings. One is fasting, another is upavas, means to reside, vas, near, upa. Jamuno pakulo deshe. That is near. So, or Upanish upavas. So, upavas fasting means no grains, no beans, all this. It is best to do it without eating anything, without drinking anything, without sleeping, like Ambarish Maharaj or Mahaprabhu. That is best. But if one cannot do, then for Kali Yuga people, it is mentioned in Shastra, which items will not break the fast. Roots, fruits, milk, sugar, and milk products, that is counted, and order of pure Brahmin and order of pure Guru. If he says you can take rice, you can take rice. There will be no break of fast, if Guru says. And medicine you can take. In life-threatening circumstance, that will not break fast. So generally in Kali Yuga people, it is better to take something than to always think of food and not do service and not chant attentively, always thinking of food and having pain, all these things. But it depends individually how one can do. And upavas, another meaning is you have to reside near Krishna. How is that possible? Krishna is transcendental. I am material. How I can reside near him? Our Gurudev gave example, if there is 10-story building and master is in the 10th floor, servant is in the ground floor, how he can serve him? Impossible. He has to go up to that flat and to that apartment and to that means to that floor, to that flat and to that bedroom, and then he can serve master. Otherwise impossible. So Krishna is transcendental. Satchidana Vigraha. I am material. How I can remain near him? Impossible. It is only possible if one takes Diksha, means receives divine knowledge. Dibya Jnanam, that definition. Dibya Jnanam you have to get through surrender, then your body will become transcendental. Then you can serve Krishna, you can remain him. But by that Diksha process, to completely surrender, it is not so easy. So there is another more easy process. How we can remain near Krishna is by chanting his name. Because Kali Kale Nam Rupe Krishna Avatar. Nam Hoite Hoy Sarva Jagata Nishtar. In Kali Yuga, Krishna appeared in this world as his name. By this name, everyone will be delivered. In Padma Puran, that verse is there. Namaschintamani Krishna's Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuddhanita Mukta Bhinnatam Nama Namina. There is no difference between Krishna and his name, pure name. Mahaprabhu also told, everywhere in Shastra you will find, so if we chant his name, but we have to do it with surrender. Otherwise he will not descend. He descends to a tongue which has inclination to serve. Sevan mukhe jivado swayameva spurada. He will appear on the tongue which is inclined to serve Krishna. For that we have to surrender to pure devotee. Then we can serve the name. Before we were singing this song for Ekadashi, Shuddha Bhakata Charanarenu Bhajana Anukul. We have to take the dust from the lotus feet of Vaishnava, we have to surrender. That will inspire us to serve Krishna, will give us the qualification to serve Krishna, because Bhakata Seva Paramasiddhi Premalati Karma. It is the root of Prema. Without service to devotees, there is no possibility of devotion being awakened in our heart for Krishna. Prahlad Maharaj said, everywhere you will find, Bhaktistu Bhagavat Bhakta Sangena Parijayate. You can get devotion by association with real devotee, one who is devoted to Krishna. So, if we chant the name, then we can remain near Krishna. That is why on Ekadashi day, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he himself taught by his own example in Navadip Dham, Srivas Angan. Hari Basare, Hari Kirtana Vidhan. Nritya Prabhu Arambila, no. Shri Hari Basare, Hari Kirtana Vidhan, Nitya Arambila Prabhu Jagatero Pran. Punyavanta Srivas Angane Shubharamba, Utilo Kirtana Dvani, Gopala Govinda. Hari O Ram Ram, Hari O Ram Ram. This is from Chaitanya Bhagavat. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on Ekadashi day, he told that the scriptural prescript is to do Hari Kirtan. And in the pious courtyard of Srivas, because he's pure devotee, he's household devotee but pure devotee, there Mahaprabhu, he started Kirtan. When? Early morning, with all his devotees. Utilo Kirtana Dani Gopala Govinda. They were doing Nama Kirtan. And from early morning till the end of night, whole time they were doing Kirtan for the satisfaction of Krishna. There is no other target there in Srivasanga. That is the same as Raslila in Vrindavan. That is Rasastali. That is why at the end of night, when the sun started to come, then all devotees, they were disappointed. Oh, already end. We don't want to stop, because they are getting transcendental bliss in serving Krishna. That is different than when we enjoy kirtan, dancing, and for our own self-enjoyment. That is different. Such chanters for enjoyment, they were not allowed there in Srivasangan. Gaur Govinda Sai Maharaj, he told, only bona fide chanters, means those who are chanting for the satisfaction of Krishna, are allowed there. Like gopis, they were disappointed when the night ended after Aslila. And how long was that night? One night of Brahma. Krishna made that Rasalila dancing night as long as one night of Brahma, means 14 manus. That is very long time. The same here in Srivasangan, one Brahma's night was there in Srivasangan. But devotees, they were disappointed. Oh, already end. So whole day and night they were doing kirtan without eating, sleeping and drinking. But for us that is not possible, because we are conditioned souls. We are not perfected beings, so we have to do as much as possible. For us, we should try to increase on Ekadashi, especially chanting, should try to increase. So Ekadashi we have to follow. We have evidence in Shastra. Ambrish Maharaj, he was following for the satisfaction of Krishna, not for any other purpose. And he was protected by Sudarshan. And Durvasa understood what is the super excellent quality of a Vaishnava. Then he spoke everywhere. So today also, it is auspicious day. You know, Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur, he was ordered by his gurus, Gorkishore Das Babaji and Bhakti Vinod Thakur, to preach Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pure message. But he was playing the pastime of being depressed after the disappearance. How it will be possible for me? Then, in dream, he got transcendental vision of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all his associates and all Shara Goswamis and all Guru Parampara Acharyas. They came. Mahaprabhu told, "Don't, why you are depressed? You start preaching." Then Prabhupada said, "How I can do? I have no money, I have no men. How I can do? I cannot do." Then Mahaprabhu told, "You don't worry about this. Everything is waiting for you. I will send you everything. Men, money, everything I will send you. You start." He ordered him. Then Prabhupada was totally changed. Of course, his personal associate of Radharani, but playing pastime. So then he took sannyas and started preaching. And one by one, his personal associates also start to come. So one of them is also Srila Bhakti Prakash Aranya Goswami Maharaj, whose disappearance is today. He appeared, I will just, for reminding myself, I will open from the book of Srila Bodhayan Goswami Maharaj. Also Srila Bharati Maharaj spoke many things. He appeared in Bangladesh, in Gangarampur village, in Jessore district. Since childhood, he had inclination to serve Supreme Lord, and under the pressure of his parents, he got married, but he had no children, and he had one shop, and for maintaining. Then one day, Prabhupada, with his associates, they came there for preaching, and he was so much attracted by that, by the devotees and Prabhupada and his Harikatha, he decided that I will join the mat. So he left house and shop and everything. Perhaps his wife was not devotee, so that is why he left and he joined the mat, and he was doing all kinds of services in the mat, and he had vast knowledge of Shastra, but not by reading, because he was illiterate, but by hearing from his Gurudev and from Vaishnavas, he got vast knowledge. So everyone was surprised, even university professors, big scholars, governors, all big men, they were impressed by his Harikatha. Why? Because one day he asked Prabhupada, is there any special service you want me to do for you? Then Prabhupada told him, yes, you preach Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's message everywhere. So he took this order, and Bharati Maharaj, Bhakti began Bharati Goswami Maharaj, he wrote, means he spoke. Maharaj was speaking Harikatha all the time. He would not allow any other talk. If he would see some brahmachari or someone, then he will ask him some question. And anyhow, he would initiate some spiritual discussion. He will ask him, what is the first shloka of Bhagavatam? What is the meaning of this word, Shushrushaya, in the second? Anyhow, he will always start spiritual discussion. No other talk is allowed there. So everywhere he went without any fear, they had this power, personal associates. He was preaching everywhere. So many souls, they, by his preaching, they were attracted to and they came and took shelter of Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And he also was engaged in publishing books, though he was illiterate, but by speaking, and also he collected money for the mission, for the mats, for the publications, everything. His style of collecting was, he explained to all people that everything in this world belongs to Krishna. He is the real owner because it is his power, so everything should be engaged for his service. If you are taking anything for yourself, you are actually thieves and you have to be punished for that. So I have come to you, I am requesting you, you please give for the service of Krishna. I will take, we will engage for the service of Krishna. And he also boldly told, you don't think that you are doing good to me, that I will be obliged to you, I will be indebted to you. No, I am doing good to you. I came to you to rescue you from this ignorance. You think this is my house, this is everything mine? No, everything belongs to Krishna. I came for your benefit. I will engage for the service of Krishna. It will be for your benefit. And this very boldly he was speaking. So after the Prabhupada's disappearance, he mostly stayed in our mat, Sri Chaitanya Gauriya mat, with our Parangudev Srila Bhakti Madhav Gosvami Maharaj, and everywhere he was preaching with our Parangudev. And he used to do all Vrindavan Parikrama, Navadip Parikrama without shoes everywhere. Then one time also during Prabhupada's time still, he was in Bangladesh. Then when he was coming back, he was crossing Padma River by boat. So suddenly, that is big river. So suddenly one big storm came and the boatman said, we will all die. It is impossible to control the boat. But he saw him, Aranya Maharaj. Then he said, you are sadhu, only you can rescue now. You pray to Supreme Lord. Then he lifted that tridanda and he was shouting, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, because he was preaching on the order of Prabhupada. So he just lifted then that, and yes, in Kolkata, Gauriya Mat, Prabhupada, suddenly he told to his brahmacharis, do kirtan, because now Aranya Maharaj is in trouble. How he can know? That time no mobile and all these things. Prabhupada is personal associate of Krishna, he knows everything. He said, Aranya Maharaj is in trouble, you all chant here, Harinam. They all chanted and that storm was removed and they were saved, and that boatman also thanked him. That because of you, we all got our life, we survived. So then he was playing some preaching whole life. Then he played some pastime of illness for 2 months, and he was thinking our Vrindavan mat. And then after he got okay, again he went to preach in Bengal. So then it was in one his disciple or maybe god brother's house in Dhalchita, Basirhat, 24 Parganas, West Bengal. This Lalita who is hearing, she's also from West Bengal. So I'm little shy to sing Bengali kirtans because my pronunciation is not correct. But anyhow, we have to try. So in West Bengal, that place, Dhalchita, in that house there was preaching program. So he was speaking Harikatha, then he spoke that verse of Gita, Sarva Dharmam Parityaja Mamekam Sharanam Braja, Aham Tan Sarva Papebhyo Mokshaishamashacha. You, in the words of Srila Swami Maharaj, Krishna is telling in Gita in this verse, you give up all nonsense and just surrender to me. I will rescue you from all sins, you don't worry. This verse he spoke, and then he said this tap tapta, this verse from Bhagavad Tava Katamrita Tapta Jibanam. That is the gopis they spoke in Gopi Git. That one who is distributing Harikatha, means Krishna Katha, he is the greatest donor in this world. There is no any other welfare worker or donor in this world other than one who speaks Harikatha. Why? We may give cloth, food, medicine, all these things. That is for the body. It will temporarily relieve some miseries. But original problem is forgetfulness of Krishna. That is why we are in material existence. If someone can remind us that we belong to Krishna, we should serve him, then we will be fully rescued from all miseries permanently and will get fulfillment of life, absolute bliss. So, how this is possible? Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem Sadhakavanoy. It is already there, devotion to Krishna in the heart of everyone, but it is sleeping. So, Shravanadi Shuddha Chitta Korai Udoy. If you hear Harikatha from realized souls, then you will be awakened. That is the real welfare work in this world. So gopis, they are saying, one who is, our life is Harikatha. It removes all the miseries of separation, grief from Krishna, and one who speaks Harikatha is the greatest donor. He was speaking this verse in Vyasa-san. Then he left body. Very glorious living. So on today's day, Maharaj left. Then all God brothers and others, they were doing kirtan. Yes. If anyone reads his life, you will find in Bharati Maharaj's book many incidents, nice incidents, how he was respecting all Vaishnavas and their shoes also. The shoes of Vaishnavas, you should not touch with our feet or their revert. And so many nice there, how he was, Maharaj. They are not ordinary persons, Prabhupada's Parshadas. So if anyone reads his life history, Bodhayan Maharaj wrote, he will definitely get pure devotion by following in the footsteps of the spiritual master and the Vaishnavas, which is the main goal of spiritual practice. To get pure devotion, that is the point. So today is Srila Bhakti Prakash Aranya Gosvami Maharaj's Disappearance Day. I am bowing down to his lotus feet. Here, his photo is here. And praying for his causeless mercy, for pure devotion to Krishna and his devotees. Then today also is the disappearance day of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's personal associate, Devananda Pandit. Our Gurudev wrote book with all personal associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu biographies in Bangla, and it was translated. So I will not read because it is long, but only to remind myself. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself. Wanting to taste Radharani's prem, he came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but he did not come alone. He came with all his personal associates from Krishna Lila, from Ram Lila, other. They came to join in his pastime, and they were all playing the pastime of devotees. Mahaprabhu also. So they are all perfected souls. Gaurangera Sangi Gone Nitya Siddha Korimane. Narottam Thakur wrote. So we should not think they can do any kind of mistake or apparatus like this. No. But through his personal associate, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving teaching to us. Because he said, I will teach by practicing myself. And through his devotees also, he taught for us. Like Gadadhar Pandit, he committed 2 times offense, but he's Radharani. How is it possible? impossible, but to give us teaching. Also, Sachi Mata, is Jashoda, how she can commit offense. But Mahaprabhu taught through her, if someone commits Vaishnava aparat, then Prem will not be there. So Devananda Pandit, in Krishna Lila, he is Baguri Muni. He is in Nanda Maharaj's court. Nanda Maharaj is king of Braja, Brajendra. So he has his palace and court, everything. And every king also has one scholar, Pandit, or many of them. So he is the Nanda Maharaj's scholar, Pandit, Brahmin there. And he knows all Puranas, meaning everything he knows. So he came as Devananda Pandit in Gaur Lila to give us specific teaching. He appeared in Kulia, in Navadip, that if you cross the Ganga, another side immediately, that is Koladip, Kulia. Our Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, he opened one mat there. He called it Devananda Gauriya mat, after him. Because Devananda Pandit, he had a school there, and he was very peaceful. He had control over senses, control over mind, and he was not engaged in any sense gratification, any sinful, nothing. But he was having desire for liberation. And though he was reading and teaching only Srimad Bhagavatam, but he did not explain pure devotional service. So what happened? One time Srivas Pandit was passing there. Then he saw the Bhagavat class is going on. He entered there, and because Bhagavatam, maybe after I can have time, from Chaitanya Bhagavat, how Mahaprabhu explained, every syllable in Bhagavatam is about pure devotion. So Srivas Thakur was hearing, and because he's pure devotee, he got all ecstatical symptoms in his body by hearing Bhagavatam about pure devotion to Krishna. Then he started to cry and deeply breathing. Then other students who were all like Gyanis, they thought, what is this, some emotional person here, sentimentalist, emotional, he's crying here, disturbing our class. Then they threw him out. And because Devananda Pandit was seeing he's their guru, he did not object, he did not stop them. So that offense came to him. Because if guru sees disciple doing something, he has to correct him. Otherwise that offense will go to him, he will be responsible. So he did not protest, because he also could not recognize devotion. So that was his offense to a Vaishnava. Then one day Mahaprabhu was passing there, and suddenly he became very angry, and he told to his associates, he's teaching Bhagavatam, but he's a fool. He does not know what is the meaning of Bhagavatam, yet he teaches Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is devotion only, but he's never saying even the word Bhakti. I will tear his scripture. But Mahaprabhu was very angry. Then the other associates, they stopped him. So that was his offense. But it was by good fortune that one day Bakreshwar Pandit came to his house. Bakreshwar Pandit is pure devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he stayed in his house as a guest. Then Devananda Pandit was serving him, And through serving devotee, his offense was removed. And he got also faith in Supreme Lord and in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The next time when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came there, after taking sannyas, and he was once visiting Navadip, but only that side, not Mayapur side. There all devotees, they came, so Mahaprabhu that time also he forgave him, Devananda, because of his service to Bhakreshwar Pandit. Because also that time one Brahmin asked Mahaprabhu that I did so many offenses to Vaishnavas because I did not know the glory of devotion. Then Mahaprabhu, he said, how I can be rescued? Then Mahaprabhu told, if you take poison, then through that same mouth you have to take ambrosia, nectar. Then that will destroy poison and will give you life. Like that, similarly, you criticize devotees with this mouth. So now, first you have to stop that. And you have to sing the glories of Vaishnavas, devotees of Krishna, and the glories of Krishna through that same mouth. Then that will act like nectar, it will destroy poison, and you will get life, real life. So you write songs about Vaishnavas and everything. That is why we are daily singing songs in glorification of Vaishnavas, Guru, Gauranga, Mahaprabhu, Nityananda, to remove, to rectify all those offenses which we did. So, through Devananda Pandit, Mahaprabhu taught us that about the glory of Bhagavatam, about pure devotion, pure devotee, he taught, and how one can be rescued from offenses. So this is in short, today is his disappearance day, but at least something I want to read from Chaitanya Bhagavat of Vrindavan Das Thakur. Our Gurudev wrote in that book in brief, but you will find all details in Chaitanya Bhagavat. So, at that place means in Kulia, yes, Vishnubar. সেইখানে দেবানন্দ পণ্ডিতের বাস পারমসু শান্ত বিপ্রা মোক্ষা অবিলাস জ্ঞানবন্ত তপস্বী আজন্ম উদাসীন ভাগবত পরায় তথাপি ভক্তিহীন ভাগবতে মহাধ্যাপক লোকে ঘোষে মর্ম অর্থ ন জানেন ভক্তিহীন দোষে. This is Bengali. Maybe my pronunciation is not correct, but now also I heard from Srila Shraman Maharaj, his Gurudev Bhakti Puri Goswami Maharaj told, every day you have to hear Chaitanya Bhagavat. That will give you strength for devotion, if whether you understand or not, but you hear, because that is not ordinary sound. So at that place was the residence of Devananda Pandit, a most peaceful Brahman who desired liberation. He was intelligent, austere, and neutral since birth. He taught Srimad Bhagavatam, yet he was devoid of devotion. People respected him as a great teacher of Srimad Bhagavatam, yet because he was devoid of devotion, he did not know the confidential purport. Even though he had some qualification to understand, he was unable, because of some offense, that only Krishna knew. Here, Prabhupada Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur in commentary says, every jiva has qualification to understand Srimad Bhagavatam because every jiva is a devotee or Vaishnava of Krishna. By nature, that devotion is there. But if there is offense, then means we are averse to Krishna or we committed offense to devotee, not taking shelter and serving Krishna, then that devotion will be dormant. Though we have qualification, but we cannot understand if we are averse to Krishna. Only devotees can understand. Deve Prabhu Bhakta Sange Sei Pathe Jai. Jekanete tan beka shunibare pai. Sarvabhut hridoy janoye sarva tattva nashunoye bekha bhakti jogero mahatta. Kope bole Prabhu beta ki arta bakhane. Bhagavat arta kon janme ona jane. By providence, the Lord and his devotees were going on that same road, where they then heard his recitation. Being situated in the hearts of all living entities, the Lord knows everything. He did not hear the glories of devotional service in that recitation. In anger, the Lord said, "What kind of explanation can this fellow give? He has never understood the meaning of Srimad Bhagavatam in any of his lifetimes. ए बेतर भागवते कौन अधिकार ग्रंथ रूपे भागवत कृष्ण अवतार सबे पुरुषार्थ भक्ति भागवते হয় प्रेम रूप भागवता चारि वेदे কয় चारि वेद ददि भागवत नवा नित्य मति लेनो सुखे खाई लेनो परीक्षित. What qualification does this fellow have to speak on Srimad Bhagavatam? Srimad Bhagavatam is the incarnation of Lord Krishna in the form of a book. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, devotional service is described as the ultimate goal of life. The four Vedas declare that Srimad Bhagavatam is the manifestation of ecstatic love. Prem Rup Bhagavat Chari Bede Koi. The four Vedas are like yogurt, and Srimad Bhagavatam is like butter. You get, by churning the yogurt, you get butter. Shukadev Goswami churned, and Parikshit Maharaj relished the result. More priya Shuko se janen Bhagavat, Bhagavate kohe more tata abhimat. Mui more das ar granta Bhagavate, jar bed achetar nash bhalo mote. Bhagavat Tattva Prabhu kohe kroda veshe, Shunya Vaishnavgon Mahanande bhase. My dear Shukadev knows the purport of Srimad Bhagavatam, which describes the science of my glories and position. Anyone who discriminates between me, my servant, and the book Bhagavatam is certainly destroyed. In anger, the Lord narrated the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam, and the Vaishnavas floated in an ocean of bliss as they listened. Bhakti binu Bhagavat je ar bakhane Prabhu bole se adham kichui na jane. Nirabadi bhakti hin ebe tabakhane aji punta chiribo dekhaho vidyamane. Punti chiribare Prabhu kroda beshe jai. Sakala Vaishnavgon dhoriya rohai. Regarding one who explains Srimad Bhagavatam without referring to devotional service, the Lord says, that rascal doesn't know a thing. Kichui na jane. This fellow never mentions devotional service in his explanations. Watch how I tear up his book today. In anger, the Lord went to tear up the book, but the Vaishnavas all held him back. Mahachintya Bhagavat Sarva Shastre Gai Ihana Bujiye Vidya Tap Pratishtai Bhagavata Buji Heno Jar Ache Gyan Sena Jane Kabu Bhagavater Praman Bhagavate Achinta Ishwar Buddhi Jar Sejanaye Bhagavat Artha Bhakti Sar. All the scriptures glorify Srimad Bhagavatam as the most sublime literature, yet this cannot be understood through education, austerity, and fame. One who thinks, I understand Srimad Bhagavatam, does actually does not actually know the conclusion of Srimad Bhagavatam. If one proudly thinks by my intellect I understood and now I know everything, no. Bhagavatam is unlimited. One who accepts Srimad Bhagavatam as the inconceivable Supreme Lord, non-different, knows that pure devotional service is the purport of Srimad Bhagavatam. Sarva Gune Devananda Pandit Saman Paite Biral Boro Heno Gyana Avan Seso Bloker Jata Bhagavate Brahm Tate Je Onir Garba Tar Shasta Jam Bhagavata Poraya Karo Buddhi Nash Ninde Abadu Chade Jagata Nivas. Devananda Pandit was filled with all good qualities. Such an educated person is very rare. Yet, Yamaraj punishes one who glorifies such reciters who have misunderstood Srimad Bhagavatam. Here in commentary, Prabhupada says, Yamaraj is the bestower of punishment and reward, both, and the judge of good and bad, not only of good, not only of bad, both. What you did, then you will be judged. Everyone has to go to Yamaraj, except devotees. And so even those who is pious, they have to go, but they will get the result of those pious activities. Except devotees, everyone has to go to Yamaraj after dying. Then it will be decided, then he will get next birth. One who reads Srimad Bhagavatam and blasphemes Avaduta Nityananda, the refuge of the universe, loses his sense of discrimination. Nityananda is spiritual master, devotee, so one who disrespects, he cannot understand Bhagavatam. You will find in Krishna Lila, Baladev Prabhu, he was doing Tirtha Yatra everywhere, all over India. Then he came to Naimisharanya. There they put, no, not Naimisharanya. Maybe Naimisharanya. Yes, Naimisharanya. They put Romaharshan Sutta to speak Bhagavatam. And when Baladev Prabhu came there, then everyone stood up in respect of Baladev Prabhu except Romaharshan Sutta. He was very proud. I'm sitting Vyasa-san, I'm a scholar. That means he disrespected Baladev Prabhu, his guru. Then Baladev killed him. Because how he can speak Bhagavatam? He can never speak Bhagavatam. One who has no devotion, no respect for guru, real guru, then how he can? He killed him. Then all sages, they prayed, but we gave him that position. Now who will speak? Then Baladev Prabhu said, Sutta Goswami, his son, he is a pure devotee, he will speak Bhagavatam. He heard it from Shukadev Goswami, he will speak Bhagavatam. So this is what happened then. 1 second. Jodiba porai keho Gita Bhagavat, tatapi na shune keho bhakti abhimat. Sesamoye Devananda parama mahanta, loke boro apekito parama sushanta, Bhagavat adyapan kore nirantar, akumar sanyasir pray brata adhar. See, even though some people taught Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam, topics regarding devotional service were never heard from them. At that time, Devananda Pandit was highly regarded by people as a most sober, saintly person. He always taught Srimad Bhagavatam. From his childhood, he had maintained a vow to remain like a sannyasi. Though he was householder, but he was like a sannyasi. No any sense enjoying, nothing. Only Shastra. So then, I told what happened. Then, Mahaprabhu, he became angry I will read this maybe tomorrow or Saturday also, because it is very important topic before we continue with Srimad Bhagavatam class. Mahaprabhu himself is telling the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam. You will be astonished what he told. So when Mahaprabhu was passing by after Devananda Darashane Hoilos Maharan, Krodha Mukhe Bole Prabhur Sachir Anandan, Oye Oye Devananda Boli Je Tomare, Tumi Eve Bhagavat Purao Sa Bare, Je Shrivase Dekite Gangar Manorat, Heno John Gela, Shuni Bare Bhagavat, Kon Aparade Tane Shisha Hataya, Barir Bahire Loya, Eri Latania, Bhagavata Shunite Je, Kande Krishna Rose, Tanya Periteki, Tahar Jogya Aise. As soon as the son of Sachi saw Devananda, he immediately remembered this incident, how he offended Srivas, and in an angry mood he said, "Oh Devananda, let me tell you something. Now you are teaching Srimad Bhagavatam to everyone. Srivas, whom even the Ganges desire to see, once went to hear Srimad Bhagavatam from you. For what offense of his did you have your students throw him out of your house? Is it proper to throw out someone who, after hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, is crying in love for Krishna? Pujilam tumi se porao bhagavat, kon janme na janaho granta abhimat, পরিপূর্ণ করিয়া যে সব জনে খায়, তবে বাহির দেশে গিয়া সে সন্তোষ পায়, প্রেমময় ভাগবত পড়াইয়া তুমি, তত সুখ না পাইলা কহিলাম আমি. I can understand that even though you teach Srimad Bhagavatam, you have not realized its purport in any of your lifetimes. One who eats to his full satisfaction feels happy when he goes out in the world. But I tell you that even though you teach Srimad Bhagavatam, which is full of ecstatic love, you have not achieved happiness. Shunya bachan Devananda Dvija Abor, লজ্জায় রহিলা কিছু না করে উতার, ক্রোধাবেশে বলিয়া চলিলা বিশ্বাম্বার, দুঃখিত চলিলা দেবানন্দ নিজ ঘর. তাতাপিহ দেবানন্দা বড় পুণ্যওয়ান্তা, বাচনে অপ্রভু যারে করিলেন দান্দা, চৈতন্যের দান্দা মাহা সুকৃতি সে পায়, যার দান্দে মরিলে বৈকুণ্ঠে লোক যায়. After hearing the Lord's words, the exalted Brahmana Devananda felt ashamed and did not offer any reply. Vishwambar departed after angrily chastising Devananda, and Devananda returned home in distress. Yet Devananda was most fortunate, for the Lord personally chastised him. Only a most fortunate person receives punishment from Lord Chaitanya. If one dies as a result of the Lord's punishment, he attains Vaikuntha. Chaitanya danda je mastake koriloy, sei danda tare prem bhakti jog hoy. One who faithfully accepts Lord Chaitanya's punishment attains ecstatic love as a result. Now Mahaprabhu is telling, only few minutes I will tell, then next time I will read from after what Mahaprabhu told him after he was freed from that offense. Chaitanya dande jar chite nahi bhoy, janme janme se papishta jam dandya hoy, Bhagavat tulsi gongai bhakta jone, chaturda vigraha Krishna ei charisone, জীবান্যাস করিলে শ্রী মূর্তি পূজা হয়, জন্ম মাত্র এচারি ঈশ্বর বেদে কয়. A sinful person who does not fear Lord Chaitanya's punishment is fit for Yamaraja's punishment life after life. Now this is important. Krishna appears in this world in 4 forms: Srimad Bhagavatam, Tulsi, Ganga, and the devotees. Mahaprabhu is telling, by invoking life in the deity form of the Lord, that is Pram Pratishta, that form becomes worshipable, means after installation. But it is stated in the Vedas that these four representations are the Supreme Lord from the time of their appearance. There is no need to install them. Bhagavatam, Tulsi, Vaishnava, and Ganga. They are worshipable. That is, you will see in our mat. Before Bhagavatam class, they will offer flowers and incense to Bhagavatam, sometimes Arati, everything. Bhagavatam is Krishna himself. Yes, then I think on maybe tomorrow, if I will not go there, I don't know yet. Otherwise, on Saturday or Sunday, I want to read further from Chaitanya Bhagavat. It is Mahaprabhu himself is speaking the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam, the Devananda Pandit, after he was rescued from that offense. And also it is written here how Devananda Pandit served Bhakreshwar Pandit and how he changed. Then Mahaprabhu was happy with him, and he told him about Bhagavatam and the devotee Bhagavatam, and all this very, very nicely here explained in Chaitanya Bhagavat by Vrindavan Das Thakur. So I will inform, maybe tomorrow or during weekend, I will inform you when next time we will continue. So today is Devananda Pandit Prabhu's. He's Bhaguri Muni, he's pure devotee, but playing the pastime this so that we can get teaching about the glory of Vaishnava, about the glory of devotion, and about the glory of Srimad Bhagavatam from the lotus mouth of Mahaprabhu himself, and how to be freed from offense. Everything Mahaprabhu will say. So I am bowing down to his lotus feet and praying for his causeless mercy, for pure devotion to Krishna and his devotees.